Good morning, y'all. It's a cold day in New York. If you look, it snowed a little bit. I'm about to head to my OB visit today. I'm excited. I haven't seen the baby in a long time, so I want to know what's going on and if he or she is okay. So I'm just waiting for my ride, and I'll keep you guys posted. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Great to see you guys here again. In today's video, I am giving you a major update because I actually visited the OBGYN today, and I'm going to do my hair like what you see here so that you can see part one of how I achieve my big twist out that everybody has been asking me about on Instagram. And so yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the watch. I wanted to give you guys a little pregnancy update. As promised, I'm gonna give you a bump date. Here's what my tummy looks like right now. Is he or she sitting in utero? My linea negra has not come in yet. I believe that by the time I was this far along with Jace, it was there, but it's not yet. I'm not complaining. I still have my old like stretch marks. They're not very vigilant, but they're there and I don't care. But the baby is sitting super low. They said in the appointment today that the baby is really low. They're like, you must really be feeling this. And I'm like, oh yes. So I feel the kicks like literally in that area, you know, that's where I feel the kicks. And I've only started to feel the baby about 2 weeks now because the placenta is anterior, which means that it's to the front. It provides like a cushion. So before, if the baby was moving a lot, it would be much harder for me to feel, which was making me kind of worry before because I wasn't feeling. So you've already seen the bump, and I went today to the OB. The information that I got in the update today, excuse me guys if you see all the cut hair all over my shirt. We're keeping it 100 over here, okay? We said we were gonna do this real, and this is real. Especially when it's 1 in the morning, okay? So today I had my visit with the OB, and I learned a lot about my little baby. It's very active, much like Jace was. However, I don't feel a whole lot of activity. I feel now, like I said, within the last 2 weeks, I feel occasional kicking, but Jace was constantly kicking, always. I knew that he was alive and well. This baby is active when I eat, obviously, or if I eat something sweet. This baby says, yes, I like sugar. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot of movement. The baby is showing 5 days bigger. When I went to my appointment last time, it was showing 2 days bigger, but now I went back today and it's showing 5 days bigger. So 3 days bigger, 5 days bigger is actually on the dot for where I know for sure that I conceived the baby. So I'm not surprised. But baby is healthy, has all 10 toes and fingers. Heart looks good, the spine, the brain, everything looks awesome. The sex is yet to be revealed to me. Yeah, we needed a moment of silence for that. And at this point, guys, I don't really even care. Whatever God wants for me is best for me. So all I need is a healthy baby and healthy delivery. And I know people say that all the time, but really I am so mortified of giving birth in a pandemic. And also my birthing experience was not horrible with Jace, but it was very restrictive, and we were not in a pandemic, you know, like they wanted me constantly bedridden. They would not allow me to just stand up and shift my body to accommodate the pain. And in being bedridden, it meant that every time I needed to use the bathroom, they were like, no, go right there, we'll just change the what do you call it, a pee pad? I don't even know, the thing under me. And sometimes like some nurses would come and they would wipe me and leave me wet, but put a clean dry pad, not sanitary napkin, but like the things you put on the bed under patients so that it doesn't wet the bed, but they would leave me wet. And it was like that constantly because obviously they did not want me to get up to use the bathroom. And then I would have to bother my husband to dry me up so that I can be comfortable. Then eventually just having to sit there with all the weight I was carrying, I started to feel like I was getting bed sores on my behind. and I couldn't shift my body well enough to accommodate the pain. So I was just like, okay, fine, give me the epidural. But that was after 10 hours of laboring. I likely would have been able to deal with the pain if I could maneuver my body to help me alleviate the pain. And I could not do that. And so I can only imagine the restrictions that will be implemented now that we are in a pandemic and there's so much uncertainty. So I am not looking forward to it. So I am in deep prayer for a safe delivery and one that's more comfortable than the one that I had previously. And I am in prayer for a healthy baby, because Jace legit was stuck in my birth canal for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I had no energy to push by the time they were ready for me to push because I was starving. I hadn't eaten for 36 hours. It was just a combination of all those things just made it a really grueling experience, and I don't want to go through that again. So my intention, now that I know what it is, although all pregnancies aren't the same, this pregnancy pretty much resembles identically my pregnancy with Jace. The only difference is I am constantly exhausted. But I am gonna be prayerful, and I am going to have faith that everything is going to be okay. And now that I know what it's like to go through labor and that whole process, now I will try to labor at home, because I could have done that, but I just was not sure if what I was feeling that day was that my water broke, because it wasn't a gush, it was a trickle, but a heavy trickle. You know, I felt like I was walking and peeing. So now that I know the experience, I will try to labor at home. I have the ball where I can put it between my legs, and I have my husband will likely be here with me. So guys, just pray for me, y'all. I'm going to need it. My nerves, and just pray for my little baby in my belly and my sweet little Jace, because Jace has never slept away from me, and I'm going to have to sleep away from him, because I'm going to have him cared for at our home. I'm not going to send him away. But I legit will probably be losing my mind in that moment. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I feel when Jace goes upstairs for his nighttime routine with his dad, for the first 30 minutes, I'm like, whoo, I got a break. But then after that, I'm just like, oh, I miss my kid. And then I wish that he could sleep, you know, in the same room with me as opposed to in his own room. It's a real bond when you carry a life and birth it, and you see everything from the beginning, from conception to birth, and then you care for this human being and have to keep it alive day in and day out for days that turn into weeks, that turn into months, that turn into years. Parents, mothers and fathers equally who do their jobs are the real MVPs. I enjoy it. You know, it's very tiresome, it's exhausting, but the truest statement I've heard people make that is so cliche is that parenting is the most exhausting but rewarding experience you will have. I do remember life without Jace, but do I really want to? What was I doing before then? Because going forward, I certainly cannot remember. I don't want to see my life without him. I just love him so much. So pray for my nerves and my concern, and me to just have peace and be calm and deliver my baby successfully, and have my at-home baby be cared for and not be worried or concerned so much that I don't do what I'm supposed to do in the delivery room. So yes, that is the pregnancy update, y'all. So there were a couple of people on Instagram that reached out asking me if this was my hair.
What?
And also how I do my hair to make it like curly and big, like how I wear it. There were a few people that did not believe that it was my hair. And so I will demonstrate that it is and give you like a length check. And then I'm going to go off camera and cut it. I prefer volume over length. So I trim my hair. Sometimes I dare say cut my hair. Many times cut my hair, more often than I would recommend somebody should. But that's my preference. I'll be right back. All right, so here's that length check. And we can also check like that it's my hair. So the hair is fully detangled, and all it has in is leave-in conditioner. So maybe if I do it this way, you guys would be better able to see. It's not all fitting, but yes, that's one side. Yeah, so I can't promise that everybody or anybody really is gonna get the outcome that I get. This is just my process, but I'd say that the outcome that you can get is based on your specific curl pattern. But I will demonstrate part one of what I do. I wash it, make sure my scalp is clean, and I put leave-in conditioner in it, and then I oil my scalp with whatever oils I could find. This one, and this one. We're gonna use all three on the scalp. And for hair lotion, I will use this one from Meow. The leave-in conditioner I used was this one from Shea Moisture. I go through these things because my hair needs a lot of product. But yes, so I'm gonna go give this a cut and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I sectioned out the back layer. I do not particularly part my hair when I'm doing twist, but twist is the way I get the curl. Now I can do it like this. So you can see it, I have a curl pattern here. I can do it like this, and I could probably put like mousse or something that would stiffen it out a bit in my hair, but I don't prefer to put alcohol products because they're very drying, and I like my hair moisturized from root to tip. So I put in some moisturizer after the leave-in conditioner, and I oil my scalp. In this section only, I do it as I go, or sometimes I do the whole thing and then go through, but right now that's what I did. And I don't really use a comb to part my hair. I am just going to part my twist and start doing them. And then I just run the brush through it again. And I'm gonna do two at the end and one in the middle. Now I like to do my twist tight so that they lay flat from the root and not with a big buff. If you see my hair buffy, it's because, well, it's grown out. But yeah, you see how it's flat? I mean, really, there's nothing to it, guys. Just twist the hair and put your moisturizer in it first, leave-in conditioner, and twist. And I will say, it's important for people to find products that work for their hair because everything doesn't work for everybody's type of hair. And make sure you keep squeezing as it goes up so you don't get loose as you go down, because then it'll still make it kind of puffy at the top. And this is really it. Part 2 of the video will show you how I take it out. Everybody knows how to take out a twist, right? But what I do to make it big, with the exception of the fact that my hair is already thick and it'll get big on its own, I kind of do some other stuff to make it big. And that'll be a part 2 because we already established a long time ago that I wasn't finna do these twists and take them out right away, especially when we ain't got nowhere to go. And this is it. This is it, guys. And so now I'm gonna do this all the way up to the front of my hair. I know it looks uneven, but some of my hair shrinks more than others, but I reassure you it's even. But you see, look, this isn't shrinking yet, and this is shrunk all the way up. But when I pull them down here, it's the same length. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my hair and come on back. Like this point, I don't know if to call this a halfway point because this is a little bit more than half my head. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Nice and big. See, I don't twist small. And they're moisturized from root to tip. So I'm gonna put these back hair in a little pony and I will do the front and show you guys the finished product. All right, y'all, so I started my first twist on the front, and the only difference here after I moisturize my hair or whatever, I put like a little bit of edge control, curl control paste. It doesn't leave a white cast, and it keeps my baby hairs in place. It doesn't work well for others, but it does what it does for me. So I put that at the front just to make my twist look decent, so that if I do have to go outside to an appointment, or if I have to take a virtual appointment, I at least look like a human being. Yeah, and I brush them in, I twist, and I make it, like I said, flat, so that when I'm done I could just like pull it on back nice and flat in a pony. All right, so we're 3/4 of the way done for sure now. Up here, and my hair is really thick, so I tend to maintain some puffiness here, but for the most part this is as flat as it goes. And if I want it flatter, I could just put some of the same blueberry curl thing and make it flat. But I usually put a part in the middle and one on the side, because depending on where I'm going or what I'm doing, I might want to do a side part as opposed to a middle part. So yeah, we're gonna continue with this side, and that's the only time I actually part the hair. So I'll part again like when I get around here, but everything else is with my finger. All right, we've made it to the end. I'm gonna do a demonstration of how we put in the Blueberry Bliss curl control paste, and I just brush in, get all the edges in, you know, and just do your twists. I usually like to twist my hair wet, so I have this bottle here with leave-in conditioner and water in it to just spritz it and keep it nice and moist. This is it, and this is what I take out that gives me that big fluffy hair that everybody wants to know how I get. And that's it. So I'm gonna just draw these on back, put them in a cute little pony. There we go. I'm not sure when these twists are going to come out. No promises, because sometimes these twists are in my hair for 8 weeks, okay, till they start dreading. And that's what was happening tonight when I washed my hair. But I'm likely to film again soon, so I might take my hair out. This took me an hour to twist, y'all. It's a lot of time. Anyways, I'm gonna put this in a head cap and go to bed. It's just past 1 o'clock a.m. But I said I was gonna do this, and I gotta get the job done. So we're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. All right, everybody, that is it for today's video. I just have to say, you guys are pulling everything out of me, because if you know me, I would not come on camera like this, not put together. But I really am enjoying the process, and I am enjoying the fact that you guys are having a good time with the content. Tell your family and friends to come on by and subscribe. I reassure you, I will have a video for everybody to enjoy something, men and women. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell on, so that every time I post a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you next time. Bye. Curl thing in, the edge control bliss thing thingy, whatever, let me call that correctly. So, oh, did I do that with this on?
I understand why you didn't.